everyone, and welcome to Speedrunners Arena. I am the Cheese Reaver, and I will be your commentator slash restreamer this afternoon. And we have match 1 of Lady Smail versus Evilsparky. This is out of the gerbil bracket, round 2. And it looks like they're actually set up to do all 3 of their races pretty much right here in a row. Looks like both runners have readied up, so I will kill the music, switch over to race screen. I thought I killed the music. I did. Okay, cool. Let me make sure. Yeah, alright, music's dead. Cool. Alright, so I will, drop the gate, and we will get started. So as I said, this is out of the gerbil bracket. Round 2, though technically the gerbil bracket only had a single match in round 1, so because there were 17 people, and that's just a weird number for bracket purposes. So this is their first, for both of these runners, it is their first race in brackets. I have dropped the gate. We are just waiting on stream delay, and then we will get this party started. I think you might be right, Reem. I believe we actually had a forfeit out of that first round match. Alright, they're within about 3 seconds of each other, so I'm not super worried about trying to get that synced up. See, looks like Sparky, neither of them using Moonfall here in the parlor. Let's see if either of them do so. Looks like Sparky moonfalling down the climb, Lady Smail falling at what some would consider the appropriate fall speed. And let's go ahead and start up a prediction. I'm remembering to start a prediction this time. The last couple of races that I've moderated, I have forgotten to start up predictions, but I remembered this time. So which suit do we think our runners will find first, Varia or Gravity? You can bet your channel points. I can't bet mine because as a moderator, I'm not allowed to bet. Twitch is having issues. Awesome. That's just awesome. I mean, it's a day of the week that ends in Y, so I'm not surprised Twitch is having some issues. Alright, Sparky bypassing Alpha Missiles and heading straight towards Beta and the ceiling items. We got high jump boots at Alpha Missiles and Super Missiles in the ceiling, which would have helped Sparky get to those Super Missiles, but he got it on the first D-boost try anyway, so not really a big deal. And more supers here at Beta Missiles, which is just super. Unfortunately for our runners, I know most runners really like it when you get at least 1 pack of power bombs down here in Retro Bryn, just because it means you can check, you can check Billy Mays if you want to, you can check to the left of Morph Ball, Old Mother Brain, 230 missiles. It's just nice to have a pack before you leave, because then you don't have to orphan several checks in this area. But, you take what you get, and they got 10 power bombs and the high jump boots. And I will say, this is, I don't know how many in a row I've seen, but this season I have seen a lot, and I do mean a lot, of SMRAT seeds that have had super early high jump boots. Like pre-climb. We've seen a lot of pre-climb high jump boots recently, or just in this year's tournament. And I don't know why. Theoretically, the logic shouldn't have changed. It could just be confirmation bias, but it feels like a lot of high jump boots. Both of our runners doing the right side climb. probably having some of their muscle memory get killed by the fact that they have those high jump boots. Because if you're used to doing the normal climb, high jump boots really throw you off. Just all muscle memory you thought you had is just gone. We don't know what was at Old Mother Brain. They don't have a bomb item yet. From the looks of things, Evilsparky will be our first runner to make it into Bomb Chorizo, and will be rewarded with regular bombs. We're gonna get a BT fight, y'all! Everybody loves a Bomb Chorizo fight. Of course, when you have super missiles, the Bomb Chorizo fight is, let's just say, much simpler than the normal Bomb Chorizo fight. 2 supers and BT's dead. No muss, no fuss, dead Chorizo. And theoretically, Bomb Chorizo should have bombs in somewhere just shy of 5% of seeds. So both of our runners have those bombs. And they're gonna go for the Alcatraz with high jump boots. Sparky getting it on the first try, nicely done. I hate Alcatraz with high jump boots because it's harder. And Lady Smale also getting it on the first try. Looked like, alright, looked for a moment like Lady Smale was gonna head on over to Terminator, but decides to head down to 230 missiles, where Sparky is finding a pack of missiles. Always nice to find a pack of, at least one early pack of missiles, both because, missiles are just generally useful, but also you get very used to how many item, to your item menuing involving having missiles, so either not having found them or running out of really mess up your muscle memory. Neither of our runners going to go back down the climb to Old Mother Brain with those bombs, and we will see Evilsparky make his way into Terminator, and Lady Smale will be following right behind, and that's a nice beam. Early ice, I always enjoy finding it, but when I find it super early, I turn it off, because ice is super nice for certain tricks you want to do. Ice as a beam when you're just trying to kill things just gets in the way. It takes a lot of one-shot enemies and turns them into two-shot enemies. And Sparky does turn off ice. And with that turning off of ice, Lady Smale pulled ahead of him just due to the menu time. That's how close our runners are at this point in the race. Okay, Lady Smale setting up for the mock ball and doesn't quite get it. See about Sparky. Sparky doesn't quite get the jump either. Lady Smale does the in-room backup and gets it. Sparky resets the room and bonks on the doorway. At Bryn Reserve, we've got missiles, and for 2 easy payments of $19.95, you can also get more missiles. As Evilsparky completes the mock ball and gets back here. And so thus far, just ammunition here in Bryn Reserve. But we still have one item we haven't seen yet, the early supers item. It's just more supers. So still no power bombs, meaning at least for now, our runners are not going to be able to hit up the Edecoons. And they also have not found any health. No health, no power bombs. But with finding those early bombs, their first power bombs can actually turn out to be quite late in the seed. depending, of course, on where, a few other items show up. But for now, our runners are going to have to orphan the Edacoon's check, and once they do receive power bombs, we'll have to see if either of them decides to head back there. Looks like missiles here in the middle of Big Pink. And Lady Smale is going to grab those. Can't check Mission Impossible due to the lack of power bombs. Won't be able to check Wave Gate either. Unless, of course, she finds power bombs somewhere here in Big Pink. We've got supers at charge missiles. And supers at charge. So Lady Smale only has one more item that can be checked here in Big Pink, and that would be the Spore Spawn supers. Because she does have regular bombs, so she can open this up. Gets the skip. Sparky setting up for a skip of his own, and gets it. Let us see what Spore Spawn holds. And our first E-Tank here at the Spore Spawn Supers. Not the power bombs that I'm sure our runners would like, but you know what, you want at least some energy, especially early. I'm sure we'll see our runners leave Big Pink. Well, I mean, they don't really have any choice. That's the only place they can go. Alright, Lady Smale, gonna check Green Hills and find regular missiles. Still no power bombs. Sure, we'll see Evilsparky also check the pipe missile. No, Evilsparky skip. Nope. Okay, he heads back for it. And so with that ice beam, our runners actually could logically head up Red Tower, but with those high jump boots, I expect our runners to head down Red Tower towards Kraid. And Lady Smale does exactly that. Well, at least is heading down Red Tower. We'll have to see whether she decides to go Kraid first, or the high jump boot area first. We'll see what decision Evilsparky decides to make here at Red Tower. Like, Sparky is also going to go down. And Lady Smale checking Spazer. More supers. So, up to 40 supers, which is nice. But, I mean, at this point, you're really starting to worry about your lack of power bombs if you're these runners. Really, you already started to worry about it by the time you didn't have any before Edacoons. But you're getting very deep in game without any power bombs. Lady Smale, selecting those super missiles, does decide to head to Kraid's lair before heading down to high jump. We'll have to see if Sparky makes the same decision or decides to head down instead. Looks like Sparky is going to head down. And our runners will not be able to check the Kraid missile item. Still not having any power bombs. Sparky's health not super great. Definitely wants to avoid taking enough damage to get health bombed. Well, he has enough supers that getting health bombed by the mini crate actually wouldn't really affect him. Alright, Ladies Mail will be our first runner to take on a boss. Crate. Gets the quick kill. Nicely done. 2 missile, 3 super quick kill that I cannot perform. I have to do the 4 missile, or the 4 super quick kill. And she is rewarded with a Spazer right here past Kraid. At this point, you haven't found Plasma yet, so Spazer's not a terrible find. But you've really got to be wondering where the power bombs are. And we have a high five here in the pre-Kraid room by our runners. Sparky getting trolled a little bit by the eye door. Sparky gonna take on and also gets a quick kill. Nicely done. And Lady Mail finds the first power bombs here at the Frog Pocket. Frog Pocket! So we finally have power bombs. That's nice. Over 14 minutes in. This is in fact a classic Cheese Reaver seed. I expect both of our runners will at least head down into the high jump area, but then, assuming they don't find any real progression here, they're gonna have to make some decisions. Do you head back towards Big Pink with those power bombs? Do you head back to Retro Bryn? Do you head up Red Tower? Once again, assuming there's no progression here at high jump. High jump has some missiles. Some super missiles. And Sparky gonna pick up the power bombs here at the Frog Pocket. And missiles, so nothing really of note here at high jump. So our runners will want to head back up Red Tower. Just really a question of, are they going to want to go all the way up Red Tower, towards the top of Red Tower, or just halfway up and head back into Green Bryn? Either towards Big Pink or towards Retro Bryn. Lady Smail going to go ahead and do a quick check on the Croc Escape item, and that's a screw attack. That could be useful information, just depending on where the seed takes our runners. And Lady Smail making her way out of Norfair as Evilsparky picks up the missiles here at high jump. In fact, we will see Evilsparky also make the trip out of Norfair. Nope, is also going to check and see this screw attack here at the Croc item, or at Croc Escape. Lady Smail getting trolled a little bit by these rippers here at the bottom of Red Tower. But makes her way up. And we'll see. She is going to continue the trip and head all the way up Red Tower. So we'll get to see what's up here. And now that she has those power bombs, she'll actually be able to check all the items here at the top of Red Tower. Going for some damage boosting here in the Hellway. Sparky makes his way to the bottom of Red Tower. We'll have to see where he goes from here. Lady Smale about to check Alpha Power Bombs. And Sparky also making the decision to head all the way up Red Tower. As Lady Smale finds an E-Tank and a Kappa Tank here at the at Alpha Power Bombs. And Sparky just not taking any funny business from these rippers here at the top of Red Tower. Is just blowing them up with super missiles. And makes his way up. Also damage boosting his way through the Hellway. And another high five by our runners here at the top of Red Tower. So what's in logic now would be the beta power bombs that are being checked right now, the moat item, but only the moat item on that direction, criteria power bombs, Old Mother Brain, Atacoons, and a couple of locations in Big Pink. Yeah, there's not really... There's very little item very little in the way of item density left in logic right now. The most item dense, or the most efficient way to do it is likely going to be head up Red Tower, do a quick check on the moat, grab criteria power bombs, and then head back down into Green Brand, do Atacoons, and then over to Big Pink. Assuming you don't find a piece of progression somewhere there that sends you in a different direction. We have an E-Tank here at the moat. Lady Smale does not decide to go grab it, may grab it later. Sparky grabbing a save here at the top of Red Tower. Leads me to believe he may be going possibly towards the wrecked ship. Smale heading back to the ship, I assume. And let's see if she decides to infinite bomb jump up to the landing site power bombs, or just heads over in a Green Bryn starward area direction. Let's see. She's heading back, so I assume we're going to get that infinite bomb jump. And starting an infinite bomb jump at the top of a high jump is, I consider it significantly more difficult than starting it at the top of a regular jump. Just because your vertical speed when you have high jump is so much higher. Oh, she gets it started. It's really all about getting it started. Once you get the infinite bomb jump started, it's just keeping that rhythm. Just keep that rhythm. Sparky gonna grab the E-Tank here at the moat. Lady Smale will find at criteria power bombs another energy tank she will happily pick up. Oh, and it looks like I was probably correct that Sparky took that save at the top of Red Tower, expecting to head into wrecked ship. Looks like he's going for the CWJ. It's a bold move. Not in logic, but logic isn't everything. I have some classic sayings about logic that I'm not allowed to say on air. Ooh, that one, Evilsparky, he got the frame, but didn't quite get the jump. Oh, he got it again. And Lady Smale heading up into Gauntlet. I like the gauntlet play because it easily feeds into the green Bren to pink Bren play. The only thing, the route that Lady Smail is taking will orphan would be Old Mother Brain, and even then, theoretically, you could get that after Pink Bren by going backwards, doing a reverse meme through Retro Bren. That is true. Varia cannot be in Gauntlet because we've seen Screw Attack at the Croc Escape. But plenty of good stuff can still be here at Gauntlet. And Sparky still trying for that TWJ. And there is a pack of power bombs at the front of Gauntlet. Lady Smail will happily take those, bringing that total up to 10. Up from 5. Which 10 really does, 10 plus bombs. I mean, and having ice, Lady Smail really doesn't really need any more unless she happens to need to Crystal Flash at some point. Unfortunately for Sparky, he's gotten the jump frame several times. Oh, and as I say it, he makes it through, gets the CWJ, and will head towards Wreck Ship. I expect we'll see an ocean item check here first, which we will. And Lady Smail about to check the back of Gauntlet. And we have a Kappa tank and some super missiles. And Sparky finds power bombs in the ocean. Alright, Lady Smail not heading down into Green Bren. Possibly going to do kind of the reverse of the route I was talking about and head down the climb, do Retro Bren, then head backwards through Pink Bren into Green Bren. Yep, a reverse meme route, which I'm pretty sure we just call a meme route. A little surprised didn't, I'm a little surprised she didn't go refill those power bombs again, just to give her a little more leeway when it came to, well, but she has regular bombs, so it's not really that important. And Evilsparky finds just missiles here at Spooky Missile. Lady Smail finds at Old Mother Brain. I believe that is our third Kappa tank. So progression locations are running low. At this point, progression's got to be to the left of Morph Ball, in Pink Bren, or at Edecoons. Lady Smail is going to go ahead and do the Billy Mays check, which I agree with. You're already here, you might as well do it, though it's not in logic. Using that ice to peak climb supers wouldn't have been a bad idea, but Alright, and we've got Evilsparky opening up the Fantoon fight with 3 E-tanks, plenty of missiles, but no suits, making Fantoon a very dangerous fight. Billy Mays has power bombs, but wait, there's more missiles. So just ammo here at Billy Mays. Sparky getting trolled a little bit with the Fantoon patterns. Is down to 144 energy, can only take 3 hits and survive. Down to 64. Really want some health. Oh, and there's the Varia suit for Lady Smail to the left of Morph Ball. And that means that the first suit that was found was in fact the Varia suit. and Evilsparky unfortunately takes a death against Fantoon. But he did catch a top of Red Tower save. It wouldn't surprise me if we see Evilsparky not go back indirect ship. Trying to get the magic spot that opens up Mission Impossible and the wave gate at the same time. Not sure whether she got it or not. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Just gonna go ahead and check Mission Impossible here. And just more supers. Ladies Veil now theoretically at all of the ammo that that's technically required for Mother Brain. And looks like Sparky is gonna go for the CWJ again. Looks like he got the jump. Will he get the rebound jump? He did get the frame, but didn't quite. Veil setting up with a Morph Ball turnaround against the wall for the Wavegate glitch. And that one looked good, and it was. And Sparky has seemingly given up on the CWJ plan and has headed out to the landing site. And we're probably about to see the infinite bomb jump up to the landing site power bombs. And Lady Smale just found more supers at the Wavegate. But at this point, you're pretty committed to this direction. So, I expect, and it looks like she is heading up. She is going to go to Edacoon's. But that various suit does put basically all of Upper North area in logic. Or at least the entirety of the Purple Mountain area. The Croc not in logic yet, without not having speed nor wave. And Ice not in logic, not having speed. Alright, Sparky. I believe it was an E-Tank here at landing site power bombs, and it was. Lady Smale finds missiles at the Edacoon E-Tank item. Ring Ball at Edacoon Super. The best item in the game. Regardless of what MM2 says. And Lucille finds another E-Tank here at the Edacoon's Powerbomb location. So that's pretty much it for the non-heated rooms that are in logic at this point. So at this point, with 6 effective E-Tanks having been found overall by our runners, if our runners found wreck ship access, a space jump, a grapple, things of that nature, Fantoon would be in logic now. But I expect we are going to see Lady Smale head down into Norfair. Sparky has made it through the front half of Gauntlet. We'll find those power bombs. Sparky's health is getting a little unfortunate here. And he's getting trolled a little bit by these bomb blocks here in Gauntlet. But he makes it through that part and just has to make it here through the tail end. Oh, that is true, Reem. There is the powerbomb, or the Kraid missiles, that neither of our runners was able to grab their first time through. We'll have to see if either of them decides to head that at some point or just decides to orphan that item. It would be a very easy item to orphan. Evilsparky's health is troubling, but he is basically done with Gauntlet here, so it's not so bad. Sparky gets the middle, and looks at the cap tank, but decides against it, but will grab the super missiles. As Lady Smail heads into Norfair with that various suit, and it looks like we're about to probably see some Bubble Mountain checks. We'll have to see if she remembers to check Cathedral item here. Has that power bomb selected, so she may check it from this side. She does, and that's a space jump. That space jump puts both the wreck ship and Fantoon himself in logic. So we've now found enough E-tanks. But looks like Lady Smail is going to continue her trek into Norfair, which I both understand and completely agree with. You're already here, you don't U-turn and head straight to wreck ship from this point. Meanwhile, Evilsparky gonna head down towards Retro Bren, where we do know he will, assuming he checks the item to the left of the morph pedestal, he will find the various suit. Lady Smail at at Norfair Reserve finds super missiles in the front room. Let's see what's in the back room. Got an E-tank and some missiles. Looks like Evilsparky is going to make the trek to Billy Mays, which I believe was power bombs and missiles. It was definitely 2 ammo items. I'm pretty sure it was power bombs and missiles. And Lady Smail gonna head over towards the speed booster location. She gets on the invisible bridge and heads over to Billy May. It was in fact power bombs and regular missiles. Right, Lady Smail. Feed missiles is the charge beam. That's always a nice find. I mean, Lady Smail already had a ton of ammo, but that charge beam means it's very unlikely we see her pick up any more ammunition. With charge, ice, phaser, plus 70 super missiles, there's really not any reason to pick up any more. Charge, ice, phaser not being the best beam combo in the world, but being far from the worst. And Evilsparky picks up that various suit left of morph. Lady Smail gonna head into wave. Wave missiles is vanilla. Delicious, delicious vanilla. And wave is just supers. Meaning at this point, logically, the seed intends to, well, there's still the one item at the corner of Bubble Mountain that I don't believe we've seen yet. But other than that, we're talking about taking that space jump and going to wreck ship. Sparky's health is a little monka, and if he decides to head down Red Tower, I expect we'll see him take the refill. And that is super missiles at the corner of Bubble Mountain, and Evilsparky is going to take the refill, the Sloters refill, brought to you by Sloters27. If you're in Red Tower and you need energy, think Sloters. Meanwhile, Lady Smail is going to head into Croc. She does know that Screw Attack is sitting at Croc Escape, so she may just be grabbing that, but if you're here, you may... Nope, she's just going up and doing that. Not going to bother with actually fighting the Eight-Eyed Wonder. Just wants that Screw Attack. Or she's gonna go fight Croc anyway, or was just grabbing that and is now gonna head towards Lower Norfair. Meanwhile, Sparky gonna do some logic breaking, heading towards the ice location. It does look like Lady Smail is likely headed towards Lower Norfair. Ice location is some supers for Sparky. Oh, I totally understand going and grabbing Screw before Lower Norfair. Screw Attack really makes most of Lower Norfair just so much safer. Because when you don't have it, you either have to burn a ton of ammo to kill everything, or tank a ton of damage. And I guess theoretically you could dodge all of that damage, but you know, who can do that? Looks like Sparky farming up a little bit before checking the crumble shaft. Smail going for the high jump boot full lava dive, so it has those high jump boots. It's a good jump twice, but doesn't quite get off the wall. You know, gets the third point of the triangle. And makes it through. And Sparky grabs the energy tank at Crumble Shaft. Lady Smail does not save here at the Lower Norfair elevator, just heads right on down. That lack of save means it's very unlikely we see her take a trip to Gold Chorizo. She'll likely just head right into the rest of Lower Norfair. Has the Space Jump Screw Attack combo, so we'll be able to make very short work of the Pillar's Room. Sparky headed towards Bubble Mountain. We'll have to see if he checks the Cathedral item and finds the that Space Jump. And Lady Smail decides to not check the generic Road Mascot missile item. I mean, at this point, really, there's not a whole lot it could be. Can't be gravity, because gravity is logically required for Lower Norfair. Could theoretically be speed, depending on where gravity is. And could be plasma. Or he does pick up that space jump, so can make very nice work of the Rising Tides room. And is now going to do the same Bubble Mountain checks we saw Lady Smail do. I believe it was a bunch of ammo and the charge beam, if I recall correctly. Powerbomb bombs of shame for Lady Smail is just power bombs. You know, vanilla items, they happen sometimes. Lady Smail will head into the room that just proves Carl Douglas right, that in fact everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Ooh. See, looks like Sparky's gonna check the corner of Bubble Mountain, which I think was just supers. It is. We know the only item of note here at Bubble Mountain is the charge beam, which I believe is at speed missiles. And looks like Sparky's not going there. He is gonna head down, I expect. Meanwhile, Lady Smail is gonna take on the Space Pelican. Walked in the door with just a ton of super missiles. Finally gets a decent pogo pattern out of Ridley. Prior to that, Ridley was doing some serious trolling. And looks like Sparky also going for the screw attack. And we may see a very similar thing to what we saw Lady Smail do. Grab the screw attack and then make a beeline for Lower Norfair. Sparky. Lady Smail's health got a little monka there at the end, but that is a dead exploding pelican. And Ridley is holding an E-tank, which Lady Smail will happily pick up for the free refill. Sparky possibly actually gonna do Croc? Sparky did not go to that side of Bubble Mountain. Sparky does not have charge. But Sparky is going to keep the faith and place his bets on the 8-eyed Wonder Crocomire. At this point, Croc could have either speed or wave, but can't have both. Plasma, or theoretically, actually could have gravity, just depending on where speed and or wave are, because the entirety of Wrecked Ship is currently in logic. No, Croc can have grav. Just missiles at the Croc E-tank. That is less than ideal. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty sure Gravity Suit's sitting somewhere in Wrecked Ship. Like, I honestly believe that. It could be vanilla. Alright, Hoda Ruby Special is the Grapple Beam. Lady Smail gonna go ahead and pick that up. Possibly wants it for some farming, though Lower Norfair is the place where it comes the most handy for farming. May just want it for a nice, easy Dragon kill. The Old Schooler. Varia was the item to the left of Morph Ball. And nope, no one checked X-Ray. There's another E-tank at Franker Z. Lady Smail using that screw attack to full effect, getting through the Three Musketeers. And is now pretty much out of Lower Norfair. see, does Lady Smale take the trip to Croc and, gate glitch in like Evilsparky did, or does she decide to head towards Red Tower? And looks like she's heading towards the tower. Tower of Power. And an E-Tank at Indiana Jones for Sparky. Up to 7 and at least 1 reserve. I'm not certain how many reserves Sparky's picked up, but he's got at least 1. And the grapple item. Ooh, speed booster for Sparky at grapple. There is your logical bot wound access minus the gravity suit. But speed booster, a very nice find there. Which means, since speed was in the Croc area, wave was your intended logical access to Croc. Lady Smale only did Croc escape. And yes, it would be super trolly if gravity were speed locked, either Wreckship Reserve or Climb Supers. That would be very trolly. And true to form for seats that I've rolled. Lady Smale does not check X-Ray. I'm a little surprised by that. Because we have definitely seen suits hiding there at X-Ray before. Yeah, once we see wave, the logical sequence will get a lot easier to kind of figure out. Lady Smale getting trolled a little bit here at the top of Red Tower. Accidentally screw attacked away the top platform. Rippers are trolling her pretty hard. Meanwhile, Sparky has lava dived and is going to head left towards Gold Chorizo. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Gotcha baited there, and will not head left towards Gold Chorizo. But Lady Smale is... I have to expect we're going to see Lady Smale take a trip to the wrecked ship here. And that does appear to be the case. See, Sparky also skipping out on generic rodent mascot missiles. Lady Smale does a quick check of the Morph Ball Maze item. Looked like super missiles to me. Sparky gonna head through the Three Amigos. Down towards the wasteland. Sparky, and really when Lady Smale was here as well, both of our runners really benefiting from that screw attack here in Lower North Air. Really it makes it such a much kinder, gentler place. Because you can just murder everything. Just by jumping through it. Evilsparky taking on the Carl Douglas Pirates. So at this point, Gravity basically has to either be somewhere in the wrecked ship, or at Climb Supers, or or Climb Supers. Can't be Waterway because Waterway logically requires gravity. Oh, that's true. Or at Grade Missile. Sparky farming up pre-Ridley as Lady Smale takes on the Elephant-Nosed Fantoon. Has that various suit, so it's only taking 20 damage a hit instead of 40, and that really does matter a lot. If it were at Grade Missiles, that might actually be trollier than if it were at one of the speed lock locations. Doing some Dopplering on Fantoon. Sparky's got a good rhythm going with the screw attack farming. Let's see how many supers he's trying to get up to. They did not. The first power bombs were found at the Frog Pocket. That's true, and no one has checked X-Ray, and both of our runners do have that space jump in logic. Grapple is not in logic, but space jump is. Right. As Fantoon explodes on one screen, Ridley is pogoing on the other. You know what was there, Phoenix Down. You know. Alright, with Fantoon dead, Lady Smale will be able to head into Wreck Ship proper. And Sparky gets picked up by Ridley, and that is one dead space pelican. I guess technically that's two dead space pelicans, because Lady Smale has already murdered that one. Alright, right inside supers is just missiles. I clearly gave them just quite a seed. I won't apologize for my seed rolling, and that is the fourth and final Kappa tank at left side supers. The last Kappa tank is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. 2 dead space pelicans. Lady Smale heading through the pointy room of life. Oh no, I'm rolling the next seed. That's happening. Alright, and there is the wave beam for Lady Smale at Wreck Ship E-Tank, meaning speed was wave locked. Gravity could now logically be speed locked. If that is the case, that would be a huge boon for Evilsparky. That being said, there are still plenty of locations in the wreck ship where gravity could be that are not speed locked. We've still got robot room in the attic, sky missiles, bowling missiles and the gravity item, the vanilla gravity item itself. And of course, grade missiles, X-ray, and now knowing that speed is, knowing the logic to get to speed, wreck ship reserve, and climb supers. If gravity ends up at one of the speed lock locations, I will have truly rolled an amazing seed. Someone should make J-Chalk run logically. Alright, robot room holds an energy tank. Lady does not want to push all the way through. Evilsparky does pick up the grapple beam at Hodarubi Special. Ismail going for the sky missile check, and it is just missiles. Sparky able to use that screw attack to make short work of the Three Musketeers and make his way out of Lower Norfair. So at this point, bowling missiles, gravity, crate missiles, X-ray. Those are the non-speed locked locations. And then wreck ship reserve and climb supers. Alright, and looks like we're going to see Evilsparky do these other bubble mountain checks that he did not do earlier. The benefit for him is he will find the charge beam at speed missile, I believe. It wasn't at speed proper, I think it was at speed missile. Let's see what's at bowling missile. It is just missiles. And vanilla gravity location, just an E-tank. Which means non-speed locked locations left that gravity could be are X-ray and Crade missile. We are down to 4 locations where it can be. 2 of them speed locked, 2 of them not. Crane missile would honestly might be trollier than either of the speed locked locations, just because they got power bombs right after they would have been able to check Crane missile, and neither of them went back to do so. You can't remove me, Stratlog. I'm far too powerful for that. Alright, Sparky does pick up that charge, and is now going to head out of Norfair. Let's see where Lady Smail goes next. I expect we'll see the X-ray check next. Just that would be the closest next logical check, but we'll have to see. She did skip by it on her way up towards Wreck Ship. It looks like she is going to go ahead and grab it on her way down. Bryn cleanup did eventually get done. Lady Smail did route back into that. Just not grade missile. Alright, X-ray. Survey says super missiles. We are down to 3 possible locations for the gravity suit. Crade missiles, wreck ship reserve, and climb supers. That's it. Sparky does not check Crade missiles on his way through. But Sparky, now, we know that those are the only places that it can be. Sparky and Lady Smale, because they haven't seen everything that we've seen both of them check. They don't have it, down to quite as few of locations as we do. Will Sparky do the gravity or the X-ray check? Looks like he will. And I expect we're about to see Lady Smale do the Crade missile check. No! We're gonna see her head down towards Croc, I bet. They've tried to ban me before, Knucklehead. You cannot escape the cheese seed. It is not possible to be escaped. Meanwhile, Evilsparky heading up towards Wreck Ship, took a trip to Wreck Ship earlier, but wasn't able to defeat Fantoon, did not have a suit yet. And, well, Fantoon without a suit does 40 damage a hit, and that hurts. Meanwhile, we do have Lady Smale headed towards Croc, where we know she will find Speed Booster at the grapple location. And at this point, there is a 2 out of 3 chance that Gravity Suit is speed locked. I don't know if space is a vanilla location for Cathedral, but I'm starting to think Alpha Missiles is a vanilla location for high jump boots now in SMRAT seeds. It's just way too common. I believe Sparky checked everything at Croc, and speed at grapple was really the only thing of note. I think everything else was either ammo or E-tanks. And Sparky gonna hit into Wreck Ship. Go take on Fantoon. Honestly, for me, as much as I would love the sort of trolliness that a speed lock gravity would be, I honestly hope it's at Crade Missile, and that they could have picked it up directly after grabbing the power bombs at Frog Pocket. Hydropower asking, what is gerbil? So originally, year 1 of SMRAT, everybody got thrown into the same rat tournament. Year 2, we decided to split it into 2 brackets, an upper and a lower bracket, the rat bracket and the mouse bracket. This being year 3, we split it into 3 brackets, the rat bracket at the top, the mouse bracket in the middle, and the gerbil bracket at the bottom. So runners in the gerbil bracket placed on the lowest, the low end during our seeding Swiss. And there is the speed booster for Lady Smale. Oh, Sparky Enrageous Fantoon has that screw attack, so we'll be able to be very safe about it, but still, Enrageous Fantoon. I believe that is it for Lady Smail here in the Croc area. And we, once again, know that gravity only has 3 spots it can be. And at this point, I think Lady Smail probably also knows that there's only 3 spots left gravity can be. I believe she's now checked everything that Sparky checked. It's very possible our runners forgot that grade missile that they weren't able to grab it the first time through. Because that's a location, it's so rare that you can't grab it the first time through, that it's very easy to just ignore its existence. Oh, that's true, Zero. Lady Smail never went to ice, and now has that speed booster, so those locations are in logic. Though we know that there's not that the gravity suit's not there. Ooh, and yes, Lady Smail does once again bypass Kraid Slayer. So we still don't know what is at that Kraid missile. I expect we're going to see Lady Smail head towards Climb Supers. Would be my guess. Heading back into Green Bryn, which means likely she will reverse meme route it towards Climb Supers. Alright, Sparky grabbing a save before the spiky room of death. Spiky Room of Death, of course, earned that name. And Sparky showing us why it's called the Spiky Room of Death. It makes it through. Oh, I rolled up a real humdinger, okay, Beamer. It has been a fantastic seed. The type of seed that, you know, ends in people calling for me to never be allowed to roll seeds again, and I just tell them no, I'm going to keep rolling seeds. Alright, Sparky does reset after checking wrecked ship E-Tank, sees the wave beam there, should know that that is what would put Croc in logic. And Lady Smail is headed for Climb Supers. And this is one of 3 locations where we know gravity has to be, and not a strike 1. So at this point, gravity suit is either at the wreck ship reserve or at Kraid missiles. Those are the only 2 options left. And there's a really good chance that neither of our runners remembers that they didn't check Kraid missiles. Sparky in the robot room. I believe this was an E-Tank. It is. Fails on that. Lady Smail, on the other hand, is getting to wreck ship as quickly as she can, knowing that wreck ship reserve is going to be her next check. If it is at Wreck Ship Reserve, we will see Sparky get it first. If it's at Crane Missile, we will see whichever of our runners remembers Crane Missiles exist first. Sparky did not check Wreck Ship Reserve, so I assume I'm going to blind Spark it. Lady Smale, neither. Really banking on it being here. Yeah, two runners in bowling at the same time is not something you see very often. Sparky looks like he will be our first runner to see the Wreck Ship Reserve item. Survey says the gravity suit. I'm almost a little saddened that it wasn't at Crane Missile. So that location allowed Sparky to catch up to where, you know, he's now a little bit ahead of Lady Smale. She has a better beam combo. But, you know, prior to this, due to his Fantoon shenanigans, Sparky was behind. So yeah, I mean, Sparky's got a little bit of a lead, but it's not much, and it will be all execution from here on out. And is Sparky headed for the Forgotten Highway? It looks like Sparky's headed for the Forgotten Highway. And Lady Smale is headed towards Red Tower. Lady Smale's will be the faster route to get here. Forgotten Highway is the slower way to get to Meridia. I don't know how much slower Forgotten Highway is, but I know it's slower. There we go, slow enough that no one cares while they're timing it out. So I'd say Sparky probably had a, I don't know, what would you say, about a 20-second lead with getting gravity? We'll have to check where they are, how far they are apart, with getting to Dragon. They honestly entered Meridia at about the same time. Lady Smale just has a much more direct route to get to Dragon. Gravity was at the Wreck Ship Reserve. like Lady Smale is gonna go do some pre-bot wound farming. I wonder if she has forgotten that she has Charge Beam, or would just rather kill bot wound with supers instead of charge shots. I don't know. I'm gonna do a kind of a timing of when they get to Dragon, entering Dragon's door. We'll see. Getting gravity, I'd put Sparky about 20 seconds ahead, but Lady Smale will be, God, I'm thinking 2 minutes or so ahead. It's going to be a significant difference, especially with Sparky farming up here instead of deeper into Meridia, where you can get the bugs at a much faster rate. Yeah, I believe Forgotten Highway is only faster if you're already in the plasma area and you're headed towards Fantoon and you have a certain loadout, and part of which does not include the gravity suit. Like, it's a pretty specific situation where Forgotten Highway is faster. And even then, that's only ever for leaving Meridia, not for coming in. Will Lady Smale get the halfie? Ooh, unfortunately, Goop Sparks into the wall. Lady Smale gonna enter the door at about 1:20:48. Sparky taking on the sea snack. Lady Smale taking on the shrimp. It's like he's waiting for a goop phase and is now going to go for the quick grapple. Doesn't quite get it. Sparky is now out of supers at bot wound and is going for regular missiles. Luckily, won't soft lock here because he does have charge beam. Lady Smale gets the grapple on Dragon. Will she check? Looks like she's either just picking up drops or she might actually check the space jump item. We'll have to see. And that is it for bot wound on Sparky's side. I forgot what time I said Lady Smale entered Dragon. But just suffice it to say, the Forgotten Highway is significantly slower than just going down Red Tower and popping the tube. Yeah, if it was a 1:20:48, we're looking at about a 3-minute difference. No, that bot wound fight didn't help. That was running out of supers really slowed that fight down. Welcome to Smokey in the chat. Always good to see you, Smokey. Basically, almost exactly 3 minutes between Dragon enterings. Enterings. The seed has fried my brain probably just as much as it's fried the brains of the runners. As we've seen, other than Meridia, pretty much a full clear of the seed. I really hope, since Gravity Suit couldn't be at that crane missile, I really hope Plasma was there. Oh, I'm certain both of our runners think they are way behind. We did not see GT, that is true. Sparky started making his way that direction, but turned around. Keep waiting on the goop, going for it. Doesn't get the quick kill. Looks like he's going to wait around for the slower grapple this time. It's Lady Smail going to make her way through the Terminator and head towards Turian. And that is a fried shrimp on Sparky's side. He's not looking for drops. He's not looking for items. He is looking to get out. Zolzek? This has been very trolly item location-wise for these runners. It is definitely part of the reason for why it's taking a little longer than usual. Okay. Lady Smail makes her way through Metroid Room 1 with no issues. Gets tagged in Metroid Room 2. Manages to shake them off, or will bomb them off, and enters Metroid Room 3 as Sparky is making his way out of Meridia. Seed wanted you to do all kinds of weird stuff. Lady Smail finishes up Metroid Room 4 and will make her way towards the Dust Torizo, the hardest boss in the game that luckily has a one-frame trick. Oh, and she gets the one-frame trick and one-shots the Dust Torizo. That is a very difficult trick. So she is damaging down. Trying to make use of that screw attack to reset those iframes. Let's see if she most importantly faces right. Oh, Lady Smail taking the morale loss of facing left, trying to look forward instead of looking back at all the frames she saved thus far, and losing 40 frames by trying to look forward. Pop open the door, go grab a refill. Has Charge Ice Wave Spacer and 70 super missiles, so it should have a quite comfortable Mother Brain fight. Evilsparky saves the ship, or at least refills. I'm not actually sure if we saw a save or not. Indeed it is, and DPS-wise, Lady Smale would be better suited, or better served by actually just super missiling Mother Brain 2 to death, but we'll see what she decides to do. Breaks the glass, starts firing super missiles in, and that is Mother Brain 1 done for Lady Smale as Evilsparky takes the elevator down into Turian. Smale just going to pound Mother Brain's face with super missiles. Misses a few, but luckily has that charge beam to make up the difference. Sparky is gonna, or not Mother Brain 1, Metroid Room 1. That's the word I'm looking for. Smale may need a couple of charge shots, or may be able to just finish this off with regular missiles. And that might be it. Looks like we're gonna see a stand-up here. Got the setup for the stand-up glitch. Wiggles out of it. Damage is down quickly enough. Does not have X-ray to get off the floor if she gets locked down. Oh, gets locked to the floor. That's not good, but that's actually the okay time to get locked to the floor. Second time getting locked on the floor is bad. Or getting locked to the floor in a bad spot where Mother Brain won't kill the baby. Evilsparky headed towards Dust Teresa. Will he also get the one-frame trick? He does! Both of our runners do the one-frame trick, taking out Dust Teresa. I think you can only cancel it out with X-ray. I don't know that Grapple does it. Should have no problems though, because if she's in a good spot, baby will die. Evilsparky wins the morale, or gets the moral victory here by facing right after having been grabbed by the baby. Looking back at all those frames saved. Oh no! Lady Smale's game crashed. Which, that's bad. So she was not in the right spot. I don't believe... She may have saved at the ship. She did not save at pre-Mother Brain. I don't believe this is the one where you can just hold item cancel to get out of it. I could be wrong, though. There are different versions of this glitch. Have a reboot. And that is super unfortunate for Lady Smale. she had a fairly sizable lead here over Evilsparky. Was about to start Mother Brain 3 and unfortunately glitched halfway through a stand-up glitch. She was off the ground at first, but then got caught on the ground when the baby came in and got locked to the floor. Yeah, if she hurries, she could theoretically still catch up. Depends on how many times Sparky, whether Sparky can get this this ice zeb skip. No, he gets it. So at this point, it would probably take a death by Sparky for Lady to be able to catch up. Sparky has exactly the number of supers to kill off Mother Brain 2. We'll have to see whether he decides to do that or do it with the charge beam. Looks like he's going for the supers. One of those that you feel awful about seeing, but stand-up glitch, you know, is not without its risks. It sucks to see it, but it is. I mean, there are some runners that just plain won't touch stand-up glitch specifically because of the soft lock risks. Looks like Lady Smale may be going for the Crystal Flash post-baby cutscene. Meanwhile, Sparky is in the Mother Brain 3 cutscene. Lady Smale once again faces left. As the baby grabs onto Sparky pretty much as it releases Lady Smale. She does Crystal Flash. Much faster way to get your health back. She will head towards Mother Brain. Sparky, on Sparky's screen, the baby will be dying shortly. "36 rainbow beams to Mother Brain's stupid face. Finish the fight off for Sparky. Plenty of health, being very aggressive with those shots. That is it for Mother Brain 3 for Sparky. Mother Brain 1 goes down for Lady Smale as Sparky starts up the escape. Has the speed booster, so should have a pretty quick escape. Entering the Leodoc's room. Lady Smale shot down to 15 supers and then used charge shots. We've now seen a catch up, so she will activate those supers and finish off Mother Brain 2. Once Mother Brain does her first catch up, she only has a quarter of her health left, which means 15 supers will do the job. Sparky sparking up the climb. Heading through the parlor. Going for the animal save. Heading out into the landing site. Sparky has finished in first place with an official time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 37 seconds. GG to Evilsparky. He wins round 1, or match 1 of this best of 3. Heartbreaking loss for Lady Smale because of that lock. I mean, that sucks. It sucks. Like, there's really nothing else you can say, but that sucks. We will not be doing interviews because since they're doing all 3 of their races in a row, we won't do in-between game interviews. We'll just do one big interview at the end. Lady unfortunately soft-locked due to a mess up on stand-up glitch. She got locked to the ground and did not have X-ray to unlock herself. Looks like Lady Smale is going to go ahead and finish this seed out. She's about to start the escape. No reason not to. And that is just truly unfortunate for Lady Smale because she likely would have won this race. And this was an exceedingly trolly seed. This is a classic, and I'm going to probably save it and give it to Jay to do entirely within logic. Only item we didn't see was plasma. Luckily we should see where that is here on Evilsparky's screen. Smale unfortunately loses her spark. She's gonna go for the wall jump climb. Green Meridia Shine Spark. What is that? I don't know what that location is. Main Street. Ah, thank you, Zeb. Alright. Lady Smale does save the animals, making fusion cannon. I don't know how I feel about that. And she got done in second place with a time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 25 seconds. GG to both of our runners. Let me switch back over to the pre-match screen. because we're about to just spin it around and do it again. So our next race between these two will be coming up shortly, just as long as it takes us to redistribute seeds, get into a new SRL room, and all that good stuff. So please stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. As soon as I hit the stop streaming button.